So
Minutes.
please check that we did it. So please check that we're on Instagram. Just so let me see.
All
So,
right.
hey everyone, you are welcome to Meet the Expert. So, this is a new series from the Mom Link, and it's really simple, okay? All about spotlighting experts, what they're good at, you know, what stage they're in, how they transform, lives, how they, make this impact in the lives of people, what they do, how they do what they do, right? And today, I have with me the amazing Kathryn. She's a transition coach. She's also a professional speaker. She does amazingly well when it comes down to helping you figure out what your purpose is, what exactly you should be doing with yourself, how you can get yourself, your business, put your mindset in that space that would take you from zero to amazing. Okay, now I didn't get to introduce myself, but yes, I am your amazing host, right? My name is Teecee, and I'm a launching sales funnel strategist. I'm also a member of the Mom Link, and like I said, we're bringing you this series just to spotlight amazing experts that are doing their thing. They're, making that headway. They're skyrocketing their incomes. They're just, pushing out that value with no expectations, really. And yes, I can't wait for everyone to get to meet you. Please, Kathryn, let us know more about you, who you are, and I can't wait for this conversation to get started. Over to you, please.
All right. I couldn't find the connect on Instagram, so I just went ahead and pushed live again for myself. I didn't see the Mom Link connection, and I'm sorry. What did you want me to? I got distracted.
Yes, please introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Kathryn Dawe. I know some of you may know me, some of you may not. I help professional women over 40 leverage their expertise in order to live a life of joy, freedom, and profitability. Let's not forget that piece, as it is so important. Because isn't that really what we all want? And in order to be profitable, I really believe that you have the expertise from your experience, your skills, and your strengths to be able to leverage to provide that for yourself. But it does take a particular change in mindset and perception. And that's part of what we're going to share today. Thank you, Teecee. Are we frozen? I think Teecee might be frozen. Oh my gosh, in all the apps that are provided for us today and all the software that's provided for us today, we're all trying to do all the things, and it's kind of like a set of Legos trying to marry this piece and that piece and another piece. And these are some of the challenges that we can absolutely have. And that's no different than what can happen for you in life, in your career, in your business. It can feel like a set of Legos that you have no picture of what you're creating or how to even go about creating it. So no, it doesn't come with a manual necessarily. And you may be saying, I really want this type of a life and this type of a career, but I'm not finding that. I'm not finding the fulfillment or the satisfaction that I'd really like to have. And that's where I come in. That's that place we can feel stuck, we can feel challenged, we can feel disappointed, we can feel bored even. And we have this knowing that we want something else for our lives and we're not getting it. I know for me, I was in that place back and forth for any number of years, in spite of the fact that I had so much training, so much expertise in particular areas. And I just didn't understand how to actually leverage those things so that I could have the freedom of time that I wanted, the freedom of location that I wanted, and the profitability that goes along with that. I just had to understand and had to be able to actually implement a change of perception, a change of mindset that allowed me to move out of the employee mindset to the these are my possibilities mindset, being able to leverage everything that I already had and knowing that I didn't need anything else. Yes, do we need to know how to learn to use some tech? TC, what do you say? We need, and we try to utilize it to the best that we can, but that's also about leverage. We are leveraging these devices that I have 3 set up here. I don't know about TC, and all of the software that goes along with those to try to put this together for you. And that's really what we're coming from. And the Mom Link is such an incredible platform to be able to really bring you value, bring you a platform that where you can really understand that there's community support out there for you, community experts that can really help you really with anything that it is you want to do. So I just figured I'd pick that up to see.
Yeah, no, no, no. You're amazing, right? Because you're talking about technology, right? Right now, I'm literally trying to work this out, right? So we are showing up live in different spaces, but we try to do the Instagram, but Instagram isn't working. So the app that I'm trying to use, it just keeps dragging everything down. But that's okay, right? We're definitely going to fix it.
Hmm.
I'm going to make sure that it works. But I was thinking about the topic for today where we were talking about leveraging, your expertise and the mindset that it takes. Now, I was thinking to myself, I remember, I think 5, 6 years ago, even when I started off my business, I was always like, is this really my purpose? Am I actually doing what I am supposed to do? Am I doing it the way I am supposed to do it? And, every time I want to take a step, it feels like I am the reason why I'm not moving forward, right? And I feel like that is me, getting my mindset off in the wrong space. So I really want you to talk about, leveraging our expertise as an expert. Just because we are experts doesn't necessarily mean that we are actually leveraging our expertise the right way. And so, yeah, please, I want to hear your take about this.
Oh, absolutely. And as so many of us know, and we're told that mindset really is the first place we need to start. And I think the difficulty can come in a couple different ways, and that can be um, your question: Am I in my purpose? I think that can be a really ethereal thing for people. It's such a big word, and there's really no direction around it. It can be almost feeling like it's intangible. So my focus ends up being on helping you to own and recognize what your strengths are. And you could have had multiple jobs, or this could be even just in an area of your life, your relationship. You might be a parent, and what your strengths are, there will be a line that runs through each one of those that is the same. And that's the piece that you can really leverage and utilize to create the life that you want to create. I know for me, it took me a long time to recognize, and I'll give you an example from a specific client of mine. But for me, it was I had to recognize that I'm an artist as well, and I've taught for a number of years adults in community art centers, and my expertise happened to be around recognizing their strengths when it came to the painting process. I wasn't trying to make them paint like me. I was able to pull out of them their own vision, their own strength when it came to putting down on paper what they were putting down. So it took me a long time to recognize, and this is a thread through my entire life. People come to me for this. And I'll tell you about just one particular client quickly that I'm 56. She was my age, and she had been working in HR for over 30 years. And she was tired, but she still loved what she did. And she was talking to me about trying to find a different position in the company so that she could start spending time with her family, because she recognized what it was costing her to stay doing things the way she was doing them. And I watched her change her mindset from the employee to I have these possibilities. I suggested, well, don't you have expertise then in this HR area? She said, oh, no. I said, well, you have over 30 years experience. I said, wouldn't you look at someone else that had maybe 20 years of experience and call them an expert? She said, absolutely. I said, well, why is it difficult for you to own that for yourself? So that's really that first piece, is that you're really what you would endow on someone else, you need to endow that on yourself as well.
While you were speaking, right? I used to be of the opinion that what literally, like, one major component that makes you an expert is your experience, right? Your level of experience, the mistakes you've made, how you've been able to learn from these mistakes, and all of that. However, I didn't realize that thinking about it deeper, it's really about the mindset too. Because even when you tell yourself that, yeah, I have the experience and all of that, now it takes the right mindset to say, you know what, I'm an expert. Believe that you're an expert before you try to convince the next person that they can believe in you, that you're the expert, right? Because even if you have 20 years, 30 years, if you can't stay confident about being an expert, right? Somebody that has barely 2 days experience will literally show up and say, oh, I'm an expert, just because they read a couple of ebooks. So it's not even a course or a book, like they just read a couple of ebooks and then they just automatically feel like I'm an expert, right? And you have been doing the work, you have been in the field, you have gone through the test, you have, stood that test of time. But all that it takes for you to show up as an expert is you accepting that you're the expert, right?
Yeah.
And so while you were speaking, I'm like, this is so true, right? I love what you do, because I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, right? What would you say about this? So I feel that this is typical when we keep staying in that employee kind of mindset, right? What do you say about that?
Yes, that's absolutely true. And that is probably the biggest thing that I see women in particular fight against. And that all stems from fear. They've spent, maybe like this woman spent 30 years as an employee, and that's what she knew, and that's also where she felt safe, but recognizing that it wasn't how she wanted her life any longer. So when I just made a brief suggestion to her, I said, well, what would you do if you would love to have the freedom, the time freedom that you would want? What is it that you could do with what you have and still loving what you do? She's in a position, because of her experience, that she was able to literally create a training. Apparently HR is a big loss, as a place of a huge loss of money for companies, because they're having to try to retrain and train out poor behavior and poor training and everything. And, she really was able to work on an onboarding process for all of the younger onboarded HR employees and create a specific training to benefit not just them, but the company itself. So with her level of connection as well, she was able to target the companies themselves and the head of the HR departments to promote her training for the onboarding process.
Wow.
Because she had all, I said, do you have all the information to create this? Do you not? She said, absolutely. I said, so it really would be something you could create one time and then utilize your network to be able to leverage that.
Sure.
And her eyes, she had never thought of it. She said, I never even knew that that was possible. But it's just that shift in the mindset of her then recognizing she doesn't have to go, a different position is not the answer for her, but for what she wanted was the continued profitability, but she wanted her time freedom that she could leverage specifically this expertise that she already had. She didn't have to learn anything else.
I'm loving this conversation because a couple of ideas are just like, pouring into my head and all of that. And I want to ask you, like, just from me to you right now. So you were talking about, your clients and how you're able to help them. I have one question, right? Hey y'all. Let us know where you're streaming this from. Yeah, let us know where you're streaming this from. I want to know if all of our, technology escapades worked this morning. So let us know where you're streaming this from. So we're able to, take track of our data and, give it our best the next time. So yes, thank you so much. So now I was asking, right? I wanted to find out how do you what ways do you support your clients, right? So for example, I'm in this space where I have a couple of years doing what I love to do, but I don't know if what I have right now is enough for me to start a business, is enough for me to say, I can make my own decisions, I can do my own thing. I can create training. I could, create courses. I could do this, to be able to transform people's life. How well can you help me to be able to navigate through that, plenty questions asking to myself and, finding that balance that I need? How?
Um, so for me, it's the very first thing I always do, and I always take everyone through is this mindset piece. But then, there's got to be multiple pieces where we have to really brainstorm and dig deep into what experience you have,
Okay.
what levels of expertise you actually have, and what ones you actually would want to leverage.
Okay.
And if there is something you'd like to leverage, there are always creative ways to be able to leverage that. So a lot of that piece is people not understanding or not just, you don't know what you don't know.
True.
So you may have all the experience in an area that you say, oh, you know what? I really don't want to do that anymore. However, there are ways to leverage what you've learned from that. It may not have to be that specifically, but there can always be a creative way for you to use that and leverage it so that it becomes something that, oh, okay, I see how I can use that. And yes, I would be happy to do it that way. Or I can feel the possibilities there as opposed to me feeling like that piece is what's keeping me stuck. Because a lot of times it's really just your perception around it. So that has to be the first part. And then, we also have to go through the piece of recognizing, okay, well, if you have this thing you're going to leverage, where do you get to leverage it? Where is it that you want to do that? So say, say this woman had an incredible network in the HR arena that she could then go through the process of networking there and recognize and learn, really directly being able to leverage that. Now, what I do is a little bit more, you have to get a little bit more creative. There are tons of coaches out there and tons of specific coaches out there. But what I do in particular is really getting deep into who you are and what you have already, and supporting you in the ability to actually do that, to actually be able to leverage that in a way so that you can create the life that you're looking for. And that is another piece. You have to be specific about what it is you want as well.
Yeah,
I
I
hope that
agree.
answered your question.
Yes, it did. And it just got me thinking because understanding what your goals are, understanding who you are, having the right mindset, knowing that you are worth it, right?
Yes.
All of those things, you're right, because I always say this, right? TC, for people to believe you, you need to start believing in yourself first. Now, if I don't believe in myself, how am I able to tell somebody something that I feel like they should believe? Right? So,
Right.
yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And yes, thank you so much, everyone, for watching this live. If you have any questions for Kathryn, please, you can always share it in the chat. I know we're able to see the chat. We're
I can
just
see
talking
the
about.
Instagram chat here briefly. I might not be able to type, but I can answer if anybody drops anything in the IG chat as
Okay.
well.
All right, then. Awesome. So, all we're doing is talking about leveraging your expertise and the mindset that it takes, right? This is a new series in the Mom League where we get to highlight, experts, get to, see the behind the scenes, how they do what they do, what makes them the expert that they are, right? And so that's basically what the Mom League does. And so, today I have with me Kathryn. She's an amazing transitions coach. I know that she has a couple of things going on. She just gave us a breakdown of how you can leverage your expertise, how you can leverage your expertise, how you can get your mindset working for you. I always say, before you start making money out, before you start manifesting the money, before you start seeing the money, literally, you're making it from within. Your mindset is telling you, I'm a millionaire. Your mindset is telling you, this launch is a done deal. I'm scaling this launch. I'm doing this way. Like, you're already successful before you get successful. Now that's where the magic happens. And so, yeah, I know that you have a couple of things going on, and I know that the amazing members of the Mom League, right, will be happy to, connect with you. We want to be a part of what you have going on. There are so many amazing experts, consultants, coaches, producers, manufacturers, people with great minds in the Mom League, and we want to be a part of what you have going on. So please let us know what you currently have going on and how we can be a part of it, where we can connect with you, well, aside from the Mom League, where we can connect with you and, just give us the process, your best way. Over to you.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, TC. And aside from in the Mom Link, which you can find me on Clubhouse as a member of the Mom Link, as a member of the Win community. But I also have a VIP private community on Clubhouse as well. That is an approval process where I will share premium content, so you can go there. And that link for that, I believe, is on my link tree, which you can find in my IG profile. There's a link there for that. And I do have a webinar coming up May 15th, and you'll find out way more about that soon. I also just finished, as a lot of you know, I fell yesterday, broke my toe. So so I was trying to scramble this morning to finish up. I have a worksheet. If you're interested, please, here on LinkedIn or here on Instagram, please, I didn't get to finish the page for it, but it's finished. Please back channel me, DM me, and I will send you the link for that. There was one other thing I wanted to share. I've been so scattered with my thing with my foot. But also, yes, absolutely follow me here on LinkedIn. You can find me. I spend most of my time split between here on LinkedIn and Instagram, as a lot of you on my Instagram know, and then on Clubhouse. And if you literally are looking for community as well, I encourage you, because part of my own success was putting myself around the people that are successful, that have this mindset to for success and action. I love action takers. So for me, this MomLink community has been really incredible. And literally, I encourage you to get around any of us that you see here. And you can find all of my own connections on Clubhouse or here on LinkedIn. And please put yourself around. If it's not me, there is somebody here for you. I guarantee it. Thanks,
Yes,
TC.
you are so right. You're so right. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm glad that we had to do this, right? This was like long waiting. So I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about all that you have going on. And I would love for you to stay connected because you're amazing at what you do. I love what you do. I love how you help, individuals, great minds, achieve their goals, achieve their dreams, show up as their best self, right? Be the expert
Absolutely.
that they truly are. I love that
Yes.
so much because yeah, it's important, and you do an amazing job, getting that all figured out. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. So if you get to watch the replay, just hashtag replay so we know that you got a chance to watch this replay. Know that the Mom League Meets the Expert series, right, is here to stay, right? And we would be showcasing experts, what they have going on here in the Mom League, because trust me, the Mom League has so much, you're yet to see what the Mom League has for you. Like half of it, you're yet to
Yes.
see it, right? So thank you so much, Kathryn.
Thank you,
Please do well
TC.
to Yes, do well to follow Kathryn. You can follow her on Instagram, follow her on Linktree, same name, on LinkedIn, same name. Yes,
Yeah.
connect with her because she has a couple of amazing things coming up. She also have freebies, resources that
Hmm.
can help you get started. Okay, and I'm sure that's what most of us are excited about, getting started and seeing the results. So check it with her. I'm sure she's able to fix you up real good. Okay. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. My name is TC, and like I said earlier, I have with me the amazing Kathryn, and we would be ending this live right now. So I hope that you had an amazing time with us, and do not forget to meet us next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TC.